Hey everyone, I just downloaded Greenroom, and in this episode I'm going to talk about what I like about it so far, what I don't like about it, and if you need to get on Greenroom right now. Let's go. Hey everyone, my name is VanderMeer, and I make digital marketing and content creation tip videos right here on YouTube. And in this episode, I'm going through Greenroom. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, not get into too much detail, but really get down to if you guys need to download it and be on it now, or if being on Clubhouse is good enough for now. One thing I'll say, and you hear me say this in a lot of episodes, is about first to market. Spotify has come out with this alternative to Clubhouse. Clubhouse has taken the world by storm as an audio-only app, something that's really easy to use, great for professionals, great for networking, and Spotify wants their piece of the pie. So they've created this app that does much of the same things. And really when you open it up, and I'll get the screen recording going shortly, it looks very much the same, operates in very much the same way. So I'm going to refer to Greenroom as a Clubhouse alternative. I think Clubhouse was first to market, and Greenroom is now entering that space, trying to take some of that audience and pull it in. Now, should you be on Greenroom though, or is Clubhouse good enough? When you open up Greenroom right away and start scrolling, you're going to notice that it's a bit spammy. Now, Greenroom's only been out for a couple weeks. And any social media app that is in its infancy stages always looks like this. Every one that I viewed looks just like this in the beginning. What's going to be really interesting, and when you should really get and download it, is when it starts to gain more media attention. If you see a couple articles on your Apple News, or if you're scrolling and more people are talking about Greenroom on LinkedIn, that's the time you're going to want to download it right away, because that's when the larger creators are going to start to flood into it and see what's going on. I did some basic searches. One of the ones I look for on professional apps, I look for Gary Vee, and he did download Greenroom right away. He does have a profile. He hasn't done much on it yet. I think he's at that stage, like you guys, like me, where we're just going to gain context of what people are doing on it. Now, one thing I really like about Greenroom so far is it's a super clean looking app. The design is amazing. It looks much like you're in Spotify. It has this really deep and dark feel to it when you're scrolling. I like that. I like being in apps that I enjoy the feeling and the design of it. Vero is another one that I've talked about in the past where I like the design. It just feels nice when you're scrolling. But one thing I don't like about Greenroom, and you guys put in the comments below if you like this or not in compared to Clubhouse, is the gems. It just feels like it makes the app feel cheaper. Gems are much like likes. You give gems out to other creators and their gem count appears on their profile. And for me, even though that's an algorithm tactic and it makes it feel a little bit psychologically like a game for creators to increase their like count, just like other platforms have capitalized on, I've enjoyed apps that have taken that away. And Clubhouse doesn't have that type of feel yet, where you're endorsing or you're liking or basically putting out those vanity metrics, which are then creating the validation for specific people. I like it where it's an even playing field. So I don't like the gems. I don't know what you guys think, but for me, that automatically attracts me back to Clubhouse. And I think that Clubhouse is going to feel like a safer space, which again, first to market, bigger audience that you're going to want to be on for a lot of these conversations. Now, what are the benefits of getting on Greenroom right now rather than waiting until it starts to become popular? You're going to be in the grassroots of creating a lot of these rooms, having conversations with people where you are their starting point. You are the one that they're looking up to in the beginning to have these valuable conversations about your niche, about whatever you make content for. Clubhouse started as this exclusive feeling. You had to get that invite. But once you got on, there was almost no organic traction unless you had your group of people. It was the big creators that were on early that got all of the people into the rooms that were able to create their own clubs. And on Greenroom, I see it as a little bit easier to get in those conversations and to create a room and start to gain some of that early audience attraction. So in theory, if you're a small creator, Greenroom might be better than Clubhouse at this time. But it's going to come back to how much time and how much resources that you have. If you're on other platforms and you dedicate your time to YouTube or TikTok or to Instagram, getting on Greenroom is going to take a lot of time to start rooms, have conversations, be authentic, come up with ideas. It drains you. So you're really gonna have to narrow it down. If you pick Greenroom, if you're a professional and you're gonna offer value and education or entertainment in whatever niche you're in, whatever you wanna make content for, then only get on Greenroom if you're going to be able to dedicate that 8 hours a week to this platform, and it's not going to take away from the other platforms that you're on and all the other work that you need to do. One of the things that you guys should watch for if you do get on Greenroom is when Spotify starts to attract their biggest creators to their platform as exclusive. They start bringing Dalipa on, or they bring in a couple of the largest podcasts and they're only on Greenroom exclusively, you're going to see a very niche audience come over to Greenroom right away. Much the same as the way Triller has become part of the hip hop scene and MMA scene, where that audience is going to Triller. That whatever audience of the creators that Spotify brings on is the audience that's going to come. And if that's your audience, if that's your group of people, then getting on Greenroom and making content and getting in rooms is going to make a lot of sense. I want to close it out there, guys. Greenroom has only been out for a couple weeks, but a lot of what I talked about in this episode is pretty evergreen. It's going to go for a while until Greenroom goes to another level. So I hope you guys got some value. I hope that this has helped you out in making the decision to download the app and get on it or not. And as always, guys, I cannot wait to see you in another episode. That's all for now. See ya.